suppose maybe I'd like to use my Pearl of Power to, get my. Let me see here, my Pass Without Trace back. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only spell slot I used was on Spirit Guardian, so I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, all you guys are pretty much. I just wanted to ask. You guys all leveled up to 9th level, actually.
Dude, I got Dominate Person and Modify Memory. Oh my god. I'm badass.
Did you guys all choose an item? I know what Michael did.
Yeah, I did. I took the Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Oh, yes, that's right. And Michael took Robe of Useful Things or items or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Robe of a bunch of shit. Robe of Pits, apparently.
Robe of what?
Robe of Pits. There's like 3 pits.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just make a pit and then put a pit in the bottom of the pit and put another pit in the bottom of the pit, and you got a 30-foot pit.
Didn't
I?
There were other things that it naturally comes with, like 2 daggers and such like that I didn't include in the list of stuff. But the one you had to roll 44, I rolled 13. And I went down the random table generator, just like, okay, dude, 10 gems worth 100 gold pieces each. I mean, that's cool if they're diamonds.
Yeah.
Let's say one of those is diamonds. I got 2 of those, I think, right? One of those is diamonds, the other one's pearl.
Because resurrection is useful.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point, Ryan.
We're high enough level to resurrect people now.
Oh, and by the way, Ryan, your audio is really good today. I think this is, in the whole time you've ever played, this is like the best your audio has ever been.
Oh my god, that's right. I can get raised dead now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Revivify. I haven't chosen let me see here. You get 1 per level plus your spell modifier. So I get 13 spells. Okay.
You get your wisdom modifier plus your power level. So
yeah, I get 13 spells. I'll go through and count them up. I mean, obviously I raised levels, so I didn't add any. So obviously I get 1 more. I can take Raised Dead.
And your domains, wow. That's a lot of spells actually clerics get, hey?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like not many, like 13, but I get 2 per, I get 2 extra first, 2 extra third, all the way up to 2 fifth. All right.
Yeah. So it's 21. And then you should be up to what? 4 cantrips now? Or 3?
I don't think I get an extra cantrip. I think I'm still at 3.
You do eventually, maybe at 10th level or something.
Okay.
Yeah, at 10th level, you get a 5th cantrip.
Yeah, there it is. Well, there you go. So you already got 4 cantrips. Wow.
Do I get 4 cantrips? How many fucking cantrips do I got?
Yeah, I know that clerics get increased cantrips. I know that. I just don't know when.
You have 3 cantrips. Maybe you got Thaumaturgy as a bonus for being a...
oh, that's why, Ryan. Yeah,
you got bonus for being a storm cleric.
Yeah. No, on the cleric list, it says that you get 5 cantrips at 10th level.
Oh, really? Shit,
yeah.
At what level do you get the 4th one?
You get the 4th one at 4th level.
So I have another cleric. I have another cantrip. Shit, awesome.
Yeah, like I know clerics get a lot of spells, like out of all the spellcasters.
Yeah, we get a lot. I don't know. I think wizards get the most, especially considering that they can copy.
I have Insect Plague and Destructive Wave for my domain spells.
Insect Plague sucks, but Destructive Wave is pretty fucking badass.
Oh, I remember what Insect Plague used to be in other editions?
It's fucking badass.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was. Now it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
I was playing running a campaign that had a mummy lord and he had insect plague. I was like, man, this is fucking waste. Why is he even doing this? It's a waste of time. Thought about changing his spell list because insect plague sucked that much.
Huh. Yeah, I just remember it used to be devastating. It was like pretty much like the divine meteor swarm.
Oh, that's Creeping Doom.
Creepy Doom, that's what it was. Sorry. Yeah.
Creeping Doom. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
insect plague was still badass, but it wasn't no meteor swarm. All right. Cleric cantrips. Light mending, resistance, sacred flame. Spare the dying. I get spare the dying. That would go along with my thing.
Charles, did you decide of an item there?
Oh yeah,
I don't remember what it was.
I told you that last game, but
Yeah, I don't remember.
drift globe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Oh, so I'm a fairness tiefling, so I got friends for my extra cantrip and not thaumaturgy.
Oh.
You're a devil, not a demon.
Well, doesn't
You're a devil.
yeah, but doesn't a storm cleric get thaumaturgy also as a bonus?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm taking spare the dying as my.
It would be thematic, but we don't get it now.
Yeah, maybe the Unearthed Arcana did. No, I'm thinking Storm Sorcerer.
Let's see here. I'm pretty damn sure they do. I could be wrong. Obviously, I mean you.
You do you know how many fucking cantrips you are supposed to have?
Yeah. So what? Don't listen to me. Right?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like right now, your credibility is with cantrips isn't so high.
If you want me to take extra cantrips, I'll do it.
Oh, I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, I agree. Don't what the fuck do I know? Obviously, right? It's a Tempest Go, man.
I actually do have 2 extra cantrips as well because I took Magic Initiate at 4th level. At 8th level, rather.
At first level, we gain proficiency with martial weapons and heavy armor. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
So you can like pour like the new goblin and the halfling like a stiff drink.
I will definitely do that.
They got
open a book to look at 5th level spells and see which one I want to take.
Oh yeah, you're just rolling through the Rolodex in your head with your god.
Oh my god, yes.
And they just are like sitting hunched with like heavy blankets because it's, don't forget, wintertime, still very cold.
Extremely cold. A good shot of whiskey. I don't have whiskey.
The only reason that this
I was thinking it might be funny at some point if I ever replay this, I might just try to elevate the ogres so they end up on top of the ordning. So the ogres are on top of the ordning once it's done, just because it'd be funny.
Flame striking geese. Hey, what Silence? What'd you get?
at 9th level.
No, I mean what magic item did you get?
She got the musical instrument. Remember the Cloakenhagen or the whatever
Instrument of the bards or something.
Yeah, exactly. But which one specifically? The Kluken or something. And if you're muted, I don't know. Like the
Mass Cure Wound sucks.
Like I said, it's cold. There's snow. The only reason that you guys are on a boat on open water is because you guys are on a moving river, and even this downstream of the dam, the river has frozen up at the edges. You guys have a narrower pathway because the water level is somewhat lower on this side of the dam.
All right.
Eventually, you guys connect to the main Desserin River, which is like I said, a big river and has a lot of influence over the land. Somewhat like the Mississippi, it's created like a big river valley. There are communities here and there. Some of them look all but abandoned. Like they're just little communities, just little farming communities down this. A lot of them, like I said, are close to abandoned. You can see that a lot of, like, you can recognize destruction from giants here and there on some of these smaller communities that the giants have caused. Anything you want to do really until you get to Golden Fields?
So the halfling's from Golden Fields, right?
Yes, he is.
You have family there?
He does.
So we're
Say that over a nice.
we're on the Desserin River, right?
Now, yeah.
Which direction are we going? We're going towards the grandfather tree, or are we going
Going
towards
southwest. Going southwest towards Golden Fields.
Yeah, it'll be over here. We hit the main branch.
Yeah.
We're off the map here from Grandfather Tree. This is the one branch
is there
down here by?
Well, is there anywhere else we want? Is there anywhere else we want to go? Do we know where any of the other giant wards are?
No, you guys chose one. Because you guys just wanted to get the conch.
We got it, didn't we?
Yes,
Yep.
we did.
In the bag of, it's like I said, it's big. It's like 3 feet long and 100 pounds.
I don't. Yeah, and someone's probably been using thaumaturgy to try to clean it off for the last wee while, but you really need prestidigitation for this, and I don't have it, so.
I'd like to, on our way there, I'd like to do a divination ritual.
Okay.
And ask what we should do with the conch.
Before you even do that, I was going to describe it a little bit.
Okay.
That, like I said, it's big. It's, once you guys get it out of the bag on the deck, like it's kind of, you can tell it's from like a giant-sized mollusk, a giant-sized conch. Once, as soon as you begin cleaning it, you can see like the different layers of the
legend lore,
calcium oxide or whatever, and it's exactly you'd see, like, think like a conch but bigger, but it even has the where it spirals to a point. You could see where it looks like that point was ground away with like a stone or something until there's now a smooth hole.
Hello.
Hello.
Garl would be just kind of hiding away from the more or less the rest of the party, because he's playing with his shiny glass globe, just infatuated.
The best part is how it follows you.
Yeah, but he's not having that right now. He's just holding it and kind of playing it like, ooh, ah. He's doing that that
But I mean, even the fact that
no
you could hold you could hold it, and as it begins to glow, you could release your hands, and it just stays in place where as you gaze at it.
Yeah, and just so he's just experimenting and playing with it, and then admiring it, and trying to see if he can see his future in this crystal ball in his mind. It's not one, but how his thought pattern is. Just to let you know. So he's on this boat. He's found as much as he could a secluded little corner to do such.
Like a kid making a blanket tent out of a tarp or something, just to make it dark, so you could use it during the day.
You might hear him say that once in a while. Woo, woo.
So as I said, like where it spirals to a point, the point has been ground away with a rock to make a hole. A nice smooth hole. Silence. Not that you're a biologist, a marine biologist, and you know about conchs, but
like to try to play it.
Is it my College of Law background?
Well,
Your
I was gonna say mostly
instrument?
just a bard. You recognize a mouthpiece when you see one, right?
Ooh.
Like, like, I mean, if anyone in real life has ever watched like an Elvis movie or whatever, right? Or Gilligan's Island, we all know what a conch shell, right?
Yeah.
How you can, if you grind away, you can make a hole for a mouthpiece. And with the proper embouchure, you can sound it, right?
Yes.
Like a trumpet mouthpiece.
Gotta have some
you can blow into a conch using the proper embouchure and produce a sound.
All right, let's see what it does.
Okay. Because it's giant size.
Is anyone having large?
You're not. There was a potion I thought about taking that, a potion of growth.
I was just gonna be.
You could literally polymorph Silence into a giant ape and have her play it then.
Oh, now we gotta get into an argument if apes can like
they blow
do embouchure.
Ooh, right? Dawn.
Like if you gave an ape a trombone.
I mean, her charisma might take a hit because I don't know what
I'm talking
what an ape.
I'm just talking anatomy. They might not have the proper facial muscles. We can
maybe
as we talk. We make complicated sounds using our tongues and our lips.
Fair enough.
Apes don't. They just go.
Yeah.
Sorry, headphone users. See, and and all that I was gonna do is just make it that she would have to like roll ability check of some kind, because I mean it's not that it's like that huge. If an embouchure on, like, let's say a trumpet is about as wide as your thumb is wide, the diameter or the width of your thumb, that's a trumpet. So a giant sized conch would really only be about 2-3 inches, which is big But the thing is, she's a bard. She knows what she has to do. You got to make a seal. You got to make it fleshy. So you could wiggle your face, squeeze your cheeks in there, make sure your chin is pressed against it. Relax your lips as much as you can. I don't know how much. I don't know how many wind instruments you play. Silence.
Oh, I've got my pipes on me.
Woodwind.
Yep,
Yeah,
woodwind.
that's a good one.
Not really trumpet.
Yeah. So you're just thinking about, again, you have some experience with like brass instruments like wind instruments back from your college days. Roll me, because you're not proficient with the musical instrument, roll me a charisma plus your jack of all trades. And you can, and I assume Michael could give you a guidance too.
Yeah.
Hang on a moment. That was
D4.
charisma, right?
Yeah. Charisma plus jack.
Okay, hang
Somebody
on.
dig out a bunch of earwax to put around her lips and that to seal the hole good.
Oh, that's the thing. She, if she had a beard or something like that, it'd be hard. But because she could use like just her face to.
Okay, 16.
Oh. At first, it sounds kind of windy. You can hear the a kind of little sputter of your lips, and then and everybody can see kind of lifts an eyebrow like, huh? And then all of a sudden, and then you feel the resonance of it happen, and you run out of it, but you're able to blow it, and nothing happens.
Divination. Did I get anything from the divination?
What was your divination question?
What should we do with the conch?
Attune.
Okay. All right, you need to play with it for a little bit, Just keep it on.
Warm it up.
Yeah. Just keep at it. Maybe you'll get something. Feel it, rub it, love it. Call it George.
His name is Frederick.
Frederick's a great.
Boom, boom, boom.
So there's some sort of prayer thing or Bible thing or whatever some minister in my town had last week. So now we're having like a big uptick in cases. Yeah. Apparently there's like 50 to 100 people at that thing every night for I don't even know how long it was going on.
We're getting an average of 1,000 people a day here in the Bluegrass.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's our high. That's amazing. Yeah.
We're still in my little world. We're at 0 still.
Good.
Because nobody fucking lives there. I mean, bonus, right?
Yeah.
There are more people in my small central Kentucky town than there is in your probably whole fucking county.
Maybe, I don't know, but
there's 15K in my town.
I don't know if that's more in our county, but that would definitely take up
Ballpark, right?
It would take up most of our small towns or villages that surround us.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say for the county, because the county seat has two universities there, which, depending upon foreign students and stuff and other students from throughout the country, how many people are there, and that being the county seat probably has at least 10,000. I would think. I'd have to look it up, but but that's still a fair amount. It's, especially when you consider we're my little township here, which takes in village and a couple other things. We got less than 820 people.
And you can hear the little halfling talk.
Cool.
Just as he's starting to like come out of shock that he's like, he lives in Greenfields. He does have a family. He's a shepherd. He's a shepherd. And, he'll be gone for months at a time, right? Like the whole summer season, fattening herds up. And that's, he was like, he had his little herd. And he said there was a couple more shepherds. And he says the giants came and they grabbed sheep, grabbed him. He doesn't know what happened to the others. He doesn't know if they got away or they got eaten or killed or whatever, but he's so grateful that you guys like saved him. Like there's a couple times where he like breaks down weeping with gratitude and
hey, did
relief.
you hear about the time a while ago where we repulsed a raid on Golden Fields by hill giants?
He says if that happened, he says he hasn't been.
Mad Eye over there turned into a giant serpent and ate one. I'm sure there's legends of that.
He says, he's like, I have no doubt. He's like,
and Garl would, hearing that, would kind of turn his head over that direction and say, yeah, and they had a whole bunch of mutton sandwiches too.
And he says, oh, my poor sheep. He's like, I'm just glad I made it out with my life, but I do wish I had at least a few sheep.
How much does a sheep cost? Like, could you buy a new flock for yourself?
The sheep are most of what I had.
But, yeah, I know. But if you had, if one had gold, could one buy a new flock?
I don't know. How much is a sheep they're not much.
But yeah, okay, so he could buy for whatever PHB
I
says.
think there are prices for sheep in the Player's Handbook.
Yeah. That's okay. So buying sheep is a possibility.
Oh yeah.
I want to reach into my cloak.
Or whatever. I can't remember if it's specifically for sheep, but I remember seeing it somewhere.
I'm sure there's a goat. Let's just say goat, same price as a sheep, right? There is.
In fact, you're 100% correct. I don't remember the cost, but that's stat-wise. That's sheep is a goat with no attack.
Okay.
I do remember that.
I will reach onto my robe and pull out a patch that looks like the infamous, like dice bag, whatever.
Yeah. Crown Royal bag, yeah.
Yeah, Crown Royal bag, and be like, pull that patch off and hand it to the boy. And as I do, I'll kind of shake it, and you can hear the coins clicking in it. Yeah. As I get rid of number 6, a bag of 100 gold pieces.
Wow.
You get yourself a flock of sheep with that.
He's like, I can't take this. He says, with this, I'll never have to be a shepherd again. He's like, this is a fortune.
100 gold pieces, really?
Well, it's
don't go spending all at once.
It's quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like more than he makes in like 10 years or something.
Well, it's not quite that bad, but it's not like it used to be. If inflation, right? Yeah. Like
Back in
yeah, 'cause,
first
like,
edition, I could have lived the rest of my life on it, but this is fifth edition now.
right, correct. You exactly get what I'm saying, because that's how it was, right? Like it was like before. I think like a gold piece was like more money than a commoner would ever see in his life, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like
a chicken with 3 coppers or some shit like that. Well, like a mule was like 10 gold, right? That's like 10 mules or 10 ox or something. I'm assuming sheep are cheaper. It doesn't matter. He can get a flock.
yeah, well, he's like
He can get a livelihood. He's fine.
He breaks down again with like.
Now, just remember, don't drink it all in one night. Well, I mean, if you do, it's not that bad of a thing. But
Yeah.
Oh, that's an emotional roller coaster. I think he needs a good rest.
yeah,
Okay, fuck. Why is he doing that? Fucking, I hate that when the Wi-Fi just keeps tick, tick, tick. What the fuck? Keeps loading.
a camel is 50 gold pieces. You can get 2 camels. Oh, a donkey or mule is 8 gold, so you get 12. You get half an elephant, 2 draft horses, a riding horse, and a little more. Oh, a riding horse and a mastiff.
Yeah, okay, they're actually in this Storm King's Thunder.
3 ponies. A quarter.
Yeah,
of
I'm
a
sure it'd be like
horse.
the same as a goat or whatever, because.
Well, it's not in mounts or other items.
No, it would be in just trade goods or whatever.
Trade goods, pound of wheat, pound of flour, pound of salt. No.
I thought there was a livestock section there, like chickens and.
Yeah, there was in first edition. I know that for sure. Ooh, chariot. When's the last time anybody bought a chariot?
Well, do you know what? That was because it was dumb. But now if they have vehicle rules, chariots make sense. Like they have chariots in the Theros book. They finally explain.
Oh, the benefits of a chariot.
Well, the mechanics. Yeah.
Ooh, a dragon chest set is 1 gold. Horn, 3 gold pieces. They even have a pan flute. Holy shit.
The only I just looked at sheep, their stats, and the only thing that they have is sure-footed.
Okay, meaning they're like they don't fall down.
And roll 20's compendium. 1 pound of cinnamon or pepper, or 1 sheep is 2 gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There we go.
And that's under trade goods, 5th edition on roll 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I knew it was there somewhere. Yeah, so he could buy like
Yeah, there it is. I see it. I just stopped looking at the cinnamon. I quit reading.
yeah.
Or
Well, what a thing to arrange it with, eh?
Yeah. Cinnamon, pepper, or 1 sheep.
I know a pig is 3 gold.
There it is, right underneath it. 1 pound of cloves or 1 pig.
Yeah, what a way to organize that.
A cow is 10 gold pieces.
Well, that's because it gives milk or steak.
Beef. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I imagine it would be like at least a good 3 days to get to Golden Fields.
Okay.
It would have to be at least about that, I would
Sure.
say. because you're pretty much going 24 hours a day. Very little effort going downriver.
All right.
You're not going
It's
fast, but you're
taking
going constant, right? So maybe a little longer, because you'd be going, about like 50 miles a day.
And what with that at night, since we have crew manning this boat, right?
Well, yeah, there's Warvel and Gobble
There's us.
always.
What are
And
we going to
then-
do about this other Gobble? I'm assuming Gobble's hanging out with him, like telling him the ropes, like, all right, this is how we do things around here.
Him and the halfling are like pretty much sitting on the seat together, each with a blanket. They actually look kind of like comically similar because they're both small. They're both right now looking exhausted and hunch-shouldered, and so they almost look like they could be brothers, but one's a goblin, one's a halfling. Like they just have the same look on their face, the same body language, the same stoop posture and fatigue, and just sipping whatever you're giving them and eating and under the blanket, right over their shoulders.
Brothers in trauma.
The thing is you do hear him talking, because like I said, Gobbo doesn't really talk a lot. This guy seems to talk quite a bit more. So you do hear him speaking Goblin quite a bit. Like he because like he knows Gobbo understands him. So he's kind of a chatterbox, but he's not very like physically outgoing right now. He's still very much just recouping and looking forward to, I don't know, another mistreated goblin that is like relieved to not be mistreated.
To help our some of our members on board during the night, Garl will go ahead and speak a command word and have his little shiny globe hover about 5 feet up on the ground, or the deck rather, and about 10 feet away from him, and just have the light cantrip on itself going to help like the halfling to be
I was just to say the halfling appreciates it.
And I'm gonna cast tongues on the talkative goblin so we can all understand him.
Oh yeah. People can understand anything you say instead of casting on you, so you can understand him. Cast on
Yeah,
him.
well, that would mean only I could understand him.
Yeah.
And he
No,
seems like he wants to talk to
everybody
both.
else.
So.
Okay, well, he'll accept your spell. He might be a little bit frightful, but he.
What else are you going to do? He's surrounded by all the people.
Yeah, and
jump off
you guys
water.
have
Because I don't know if he speaks common or not, so I did tongues so we could all understand.
Okay, you cast tongues on him, which magically allows speak. And you cast it on him, and there's you feel like a little static spark transfer between two of you. And his eyes kind of widen with surprise. And he's like,
"Are you doing okay, friend? Do you need?"
I'm doing fine there, Fred. Thank you for rescuing me.
Hey, it's no problem.
This is mighty fine ale.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
We got
All praise
we
fine.
got our priest of Bacchus here. That is the finest ale in the Western Valley.
Oh, by the gods! I knew that there's a reason I've been rescued. You all are quite foolish or brave. I haven't decided. Walking straight into gauze, steading like that, and stealing her.
Well, we walked out again, so probably brave would be a good thing. Probably foolish as well.
Huh.
We're lucky.
I have no doubt of that.
She's lucky that we didn't stay longer.
He nods. He says, I doubt you not. He says, and he motions to Gobbo, and he says, he tells me that you also rescued him from the abuse of giants.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. He's been quite handy. He's been a good comrade to us since.
And that you guys serve the Goblin King?
That's
Indeed.
him.
Someone call my name.
That's him.
Ah, I understand.
The goblins made him their king back just outside of Nightstone when we assisted the king, his lordship, in allowing them passage to their water supply where an evil entity had taken refuge. We slew it under the king's orders and guidance and allowed the goblins access to their fresh water.
There are many other tales which our friend Silence here could certainly sing a song about for you about it.
Praise
Yeah,
my
I'd like to test
green-
out my new instrument.
It's been a long time since I've heard someone proficient in such pleasures. It would be my pleasure to listen to your song.
Well, I'm very happy to do it. I just want to test out this new instrument. Can't promise I sound too well on it, but I'll give it a whirl.
What is this musical instrument?
It's from the treasure.
Yeah, but what's it called? What does it look like? How do you play? I have no idea
on,
if
I
it's
need
like
to
a
find it as
I
well.
don't know if it's a percussion instrument or an accordion or I have no idea.
Accordion.
I picture something, whatever it's called. I picture something that's kind of glockenspiel or kind of ding. What are they called? Those other turny things.
Didgeridoo?
No, the bluegrass thing.
I know
like Led Zeppelin used one.
I know what about. It's
you crank it.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm blanking on it too.
Dulcimer?
No, not a type of not the dulcimer. The it's also like a medieval thing, right? Using medieval music and bluegrass music. The oh shit! It was just about there. Hurdy-gurdy.
Oh, hurdy-gurdy. Yeah.
All right. And we lost our bard. She's digging through her bag of.
She's like, hurdy-gurdy my ass. I'm out.
She's probably got it packed away just deadly, which she shouldn't. She just strapped that sucker on in the middle of combat. Hey, I love those things. Especially the bards, they are so tough. They're so cool. Not tough, but you know what I mean? Like you get a lot from them.
All right, come on here. Hopefully she can get back on.
Yeah, and that is what this session is going to be, is a lot of loose end tying.
Yep.
Because
Carl will say, let me tell you about my greenness. How lovely she is. How trustful she is of her king and of her intended. She stays home and keeps the home fires burning and makes sure that our subjects stay in line and are content. I know my tales that get home of my glory and heroic and brave acts warms the cockles of her heart.
Well, I appreciate that you have found an appreciation for the females of my people. He says, for us goblins are often overlooked by many races.
It's hard to be green, Garl will say.
You should put that on a t-shirt. It ain't easy being green.
Yeah.
I actually got beat up by by jocks one time in high school for saying that. Because our like I said, we're like a big junior hockey place. Like, this is where Mike Modano. I went to school with Mike Modano because he came here to play hockey in high school. And anyways, our team colors are green and gold.
Okay.
And there's like 10 of them in like the hallway. The hallway was empty except for them, and they're all wearing like their team jackets and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, here's me and my friend come walking through, and right away they're like fags and all this stuff. Hey, fuck, we should fucking show them, cut their hair, and fucking just all the time, right? And I was walking through, walking by him. I said, it ain't easy being green. Yeah. I should say we got the shit kicked out of us, but we ran. We got chased for a bit.
Well, that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same color as Clarkston University's color. The Golden Knights is green.
Oh, yeah.
And gold.
Yeah.
And they got a fairly good hockey team in the Ivy League.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we're like,
Jeez, I must have pissed off the internet gods.
internet gods got you.
Yep.
Spatial anomalies coming from the CERN super collider.
Did you forget your did you forget your daily sacrifices again?
Yes. Oh, and now I've forgotten my sacrifices to my computer because I can't. Ah, no. Oh, there, finally.
Do I need to quote the holy? Do I need to quote the holy? Do I need to quote the holy manual to you?
No, you don't need to quote the holy manual to me. Forgot what I was looking for.
Just
it's
when you're in musical
Bandor.
Yeah.
It's a three-stringed instrument similar to lute.
Oh.
And it's got maple wood and inserts of tiger's eye stones. It has quite a bit of magic on it. Can only be used by proper bards. And it is dangerous to anyone attempting to play or carry it if they're not a bard.
Huh.
So I'm very good at charming right now. So hopefully that will make things a bit better.
So that even explains why, although it was like in possession of giants, it was like relatively untouched, unscathed.
Yes, they aren't true bards.
Well, Gobbo, he and the halfling are like.
If the tongue spell is starting to run out, I'll recast it so you can keep understanding it through the whole story.
Okay. Good. And the halfling and he eventually fall asleep sitting, listening to you. They fall into a deep slumber. And just you have like totally like in the palm of your hand with it. The song. Even the rest of you all.
Well, I do have Song of Rest.
Oh, and as I say, and even like the rest of you guys are like, although you've heard it before, are like intrigued by the new parts that get added to it. As like, you know, every time she performs it, and with the new instrument added, I don't know, you almost hear more. Like when she's right into the song, you almost hear like phantom percussion in the background and pipes. Even her voice at times during the chorus, you swear you could hear a harmony. You know, like, so roll me a performance with that thing and I'll give you advantage just to represent that. Like,
I was gonna say I would give her the help action like I usually do with my foot.
Yeah. Ryan, you don't even bother. This new instrument, you're like, holy cow! Like the way it sounds. Like you are.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
I can't even compare with that.
Yeah.
I have 10 charisma. I have like, 10 charisma.
Like it has such a. Yeah, so roll me performance or whatever, your charisma and your proficiency bonus, because it'll be like with the instrument, I guess. And with advantage, just to give us an idea.
Advantage is rolling twice and getting the highest number, right?
Yeah, choose the highest, correct.
Okay, 27.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So.
You probably shouldn't all fall asleep because we're floating down a river, so someone's going to have to steer eventually.
Well, Warhols is kind of like, it's not hard to steer downriver. Really isn't. He's just got like a long pole now and then, but he hardly ever has to use it, especially on this river.
Just keep it between the rocks and the ice shards.
Keep it out of the rhubarb.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's, you know, she pretty much puts whoever wants to go to sleep to sleep. And as well, you can all take a long rest. Silence. Who exactly is going to be the one to attune to the conch?
Silence.
So I'm going to do what of a conch now?
With some magical instruments, there's a mechanic in Dungeons and Dragons called attunement, which means that if you spend like basically an hour with it, you make like a magical bond with that item.
Makes sense.
People can normally attune to 3 items, which isn't really a big deal. It's just a way of them limiting on you, like totally. So, like your loot or your new Glockenspluken or whatever here, that's an attunement item, right? You've spent an hour, you attuned to it. It's yours. The conch here also needs someone to attune to it. From what Michael or Nicodemus was told by his divination spell.
I just assume she would. I don't know what. I don't know what I have that requires attunement. Let's see here.
So that's what attunement means.
People want to check to see how many things they have that they're attuned to.
Like artificers could attune eventually, I think, to 5 things or 6 things.
Well, let's just attune to the one for the moment.
Yeah, I just want to know who's attuning to it. I don't care who. You guys figure that out.
I mean, I'm a musician, it would make sense to be me.
Yeah, if you want to.
You.
Yep, well then there.
All right, it be me.
Because I figure if you guys are having a long rest, someone would attune to it. I just want to know who. That's it. Or if anyone at all.
Hey, the robe doesn't require attunement.
Nope. Yours I actually read.
All right.
And 5e's, talking about differences, like addition differences, 5e's the first time where that item actually seems useful. Do you know what I mean?
Which item?
I don't know. It was an item where I just, the robe of useful items.
I thought it was good. And
I don't know. And I remember I was thinking, like, it was always like a meh. But I read it now, I'm like, that's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah. I like it. Oh, no, requires attunement. Okay, the Pearl Power does.
Pearl Power does.
Yeah, so I'm attuned to it. How about I got the breastplate +2?
Armor does not.
Armor does not?
Armor does not. Not unless it's, not just a plus armor, though. No.
Uh-huh. What else I got? I think that may be all.
The jug?
Oh, yeah, alchemy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the alchemy jug doesn't require attunement either.
Oh, it doesn't? So I've only attuned to one item. Okay. I don't think anybody's got a lot of magic items here, right?
I have the great axe, the +2 great axe, and the cloak of the manta ray, and the mithril footboy. So none of my items require attunement.
Okay, so you could attune too.
And I also have the pixie dust still.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't snort it.
I
I know it's tempting.
Yeah, I've done it
Be
once.
Like Beetlejuice's head will just shrink tiny.
I've done it once already, and it made me fly. Literally.
Yeah. I was flying like a kite, man. Oh. Sorry if you guys hear me gulping. Enjoying a Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Okay.
The punk ass Pepsi.
Yeah, fuck that Pepsi. Yeah, that's I mean, that's not a bad magic item haul. I was just describing.
The only possible thing that Darl may it may need to be attuned to, and I don't think so. Is that crazy Nomus crossbow?
Nomus crossbow? No.
Okay.
I'm going by what they did on like the YouTube video that I watched, and
Okay.
yeah,
That,
it was
that answers it for me, so I'm cool.
Yeah. And
But,
like I said, I was watching an actual Dungeons and Dragons podcast. It wasn't like any other weird channel. It was like actually like Jeremy Crawford or someone who fucking gave one of their players the same thing, and I thought that's the coolest fucking thing ever. Because like I said, in that Waterdeep Dragon Heist Waterdeep Dragon Heist,
yeah,
I really like that bow that half orc assassin has in there. That's just cool.
But Garl would put his 2 cents worth into it and say, our local performer should have that musical instrument.
Well, yeah, she wants to attune to it. I just wanted to know who. That was it. Because I want to know who's gonna do what and when they're gonna do it. And
Yep. I got you.
there's no point in Michael telling me what he's doing to it if he's not the one who attuned to it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I understand. I concur, and I'm just trying to give a little bit of role play there to support that decision.
Yeah, if it's silence, it's silence. You realize you'll have to still be using your bag of holding. There's no possible way she could carry that sucker around.
Oh yeah, I understand. No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that. But that's
it doesn't have a case, but it would fit in a trunk or a chest.
Yeah,
like a player's handbook chest. It would fit in that.
But I have no issue with.
Hey, if we go back to Golden Fields, we can get our wagon again, and we can just buy a chest and put it in it.
Yeah. You totally can. That's why I'm just asking what you guys are doing. If you guys are doing anything for like the 3-day trip before you get to Golden Fields.
We're gonna have such a big parking fight though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
I might be able to charm them out of it.
Maybe.
Give these strings a try.
Hold it! Don't I have some sort of frost rune dagger?
Yeah, you have that ice shard thing.
Yeah.
I'll look because that's in. I don't remember if I sent you information on it, but I'll look because
I can Google it anyway.
It's specific from the adventure, so let's hope you can find it then.
Yeah.
I'll look too. Rune of the Ice Shard, I think it's called.
That's what it's called? Okay.
I think so.
I know I get 10%, I get resistance to fire. I can cast Fleet Storm. Man, I gotta
And for that matter, you guys also have the fire one, the triangle-shaped one. I do think Silence actually took that one. Now that I think about it. You guys found it on the dead cloud giant guy? That Egeron or whatever?
Huh.
Shard of the Ice Rune.
But no, for the next 3 days, all Garl's gonna do is get.
It does require attunement, Michael. Sorry, Charles. What?
Oh, go ahead with that. I was just filling in open space.
Oh no, I just said it does require attunement.
Okay, that's fine.
Has the following properties while it's on your person: As an action, you can freeze a 10-foot sphere of water, right? Where you touch it and it's like 10-foot radius. So if you use it when you're submerged, you'd be in that ball of ice.
Float to the top.
Huh?
I mean, I suppose you could do it in like underneath it or something. I don't know.
You'd have to touch the surface of water. If you were underwater, you know what I mean?
Just boom. Yeah.
10-foot radius sphere from where you touch. So don't use it underwater. Oi. You have resistance to fire.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can cast Sleet Storm.
Fire systems.
You can cast Sleet Storm. Oh, and then there's like, I wonder if I could just do that whole thing.
I'm looking at it. I'm reading it.
Oh, you found it? Okay, because there's like that thing where you can transfer the powers to another item.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm never going to do that.
No, I wouldn't do that.
As an action, you can touch yourself or another person with water on your finger. The water creates an icy mantle of protection. The next time within the next minute that the target takes bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing damage, that damage is reduced to 0, and the mantle is destroyed.
Yeah. It just absorbs 1 hit.
Yeah. And it's a minute, so I mean, it's like, hey, look, you see those people? All right, I'm going to do this. I want to walk in, before we roll initiative.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to laugh any
Before
other.
you jump off a cliff.
Hey, all right. And Sleet Storm actually would have been very helpful against those frost giants. The hill giants would have kept them from.
You should have told me at the time. I have Sleet Storm. It's one of my debate skills.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like a dagger-sized shard of ice that never melts. Which I said is great because you could just use it as a stir stick and keep your beverage cold, right?
Yeah.
Just fill a tankard full of ale and drop that into the tankard.
I always have frosty ale.
Yeah.
A frosty mug for my ale.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, I don't know. I think that's cool.
There was a magic item. Was it 3.0, 3.5? The Eternal Frosty Mug.
That was actually 2nd edition, and I know that because it was in the encyclopedias. Encyclopedia Magica.
Yeah.
Because I know it was in there.
And that is a nifty idea.
Yeah. I liked I love those Encyclopedia Magica. I remember when my buddy got rid of his 2nd edition stuff. I was like, that you should have kept. Those were awesome. Oh my God, there was like thousands and thousands of magic items, everything that they had ever printed. Everything. Didn't matter if it was an adventure or even in a dragon magazine. And that's why, because they even had the magic hockey stick in there. It was a +2 hockey stick. And that was from their, because they used to have their April Fool's issues all the time.
Oh yeah, and
remember?
With the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they had the +2 hockey stick, and that wasn't even in the Encyclopedia Magica. When we're like, does it have everything? We're like, I don't know. Let's see if it has a hockey stick, and it did. We're like, wow, everything. Every magic item. Those are great. for second edition. They were just fantastic. But they're literally one of the last. Like by the time, I think there was 4 of those books. By the time the last one came out, I think third edition was only like months behind. I wish that I had kept my Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, DM's Guide from every edition.
Yeah.
But I'm dumb. I ditched my books, eh? I do have my 4th edition ones. But I wish I still had like my 2nd edition Player's DM's Guide and Tome of Magic. That was a good book. Oh, and I also have my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Oriental Adventures. I still have that.
All right. I got my theme folio.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do you have like the one with Cthulhu and?
No, theme folio, not the.
Oh, that's right.
Not
That
the
was
Legends of
that was
Korra.
in the actual monster manual.
Gods, something like that.
Yeah, Feed Folio's good. That's kind of what Mordenkainen's book is, Michael. Very Fiend Folio. For 5th edition, have you seen the Mordenkainen's?
No.
What the hell's it called? Charles, you know? Mordenkainen's.
Tome of Foes?
Tome of Foes.
Yeah, Tome of Foes, yeah.
Yeah, I do have that. Never mind.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Is Tasha's Coven of Everything out yet?
November something, Ryan?
Mostly because I'm a big fan of the Boy Singer, and I heard it's getting updated in Tasha's.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard too. But I've actually tried to stay away from all the hype with that, because I found with a couple of things that have come out, I followed everything, and then when it came out, I'm like, I'm reading it, and I'm like, well, I already know this. You know what I mean? It's like movies, right? I hate fucking movie hype. They hype movies so much. I'm watching it. I'm like, well, I knew all this. Why am I watching it now? Like, it was ruined for me, you know?
Yeah.
So
movies tend to do that, don't they?
Yeah. So like, I fucking hate movie hype. People want to talk about movies. I'm like, no, I don't even want to know who's in it. You know, my buddy's like, oh, blah, 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 and so-and-so's directing, and blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't want to go into a movie with expectations. As soon as I go into a movie with expectations, it's ruined. It honestly is for me. So
Oh, someone's dying. I heard a cough.
yeah, well, like I said, last Tuesday we played, and by the time I was done, I'm like, I almost feel like I'm getting sick. And by the next morning, I was sick as a dog. I've been sick all week. I just started feeling better yesterday. I went and spent the night over at the significant others to go see them because I avoided them. I didn't want to pass it on, right?
Yep. Well,
Otherwise, I fuck up her work, or he's sick and can't go to daycare, so she's to stay home anyways, and then she's gonna get sick anyway. So it's like we just fucking.
yeah.
So I went over there yesterday. Huh. Aw. I'm sorry, I gotta brag about him a little bit. At daycare, because like there's like a whack of kids now. Well, not really a whack. I think there's like 10.
For a moment, I was thinking of whack-a-mole.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, I know. Prince Albert slang. I'm just talking.
No, it's good. It's just my brain suddenly went, wait, people are hitting kids with soft mallets?
No, a whack means there's lots, right? Like.
Yeah, well, that'll drive quite a few people to grab a mallet and attack some kids.
How much snow did you guys get? Oh, a whack load.
A whack load?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. But he had told me like the other day that he said I said, we're talking about daycare and stuff like that, and he said I cried. And I said, why did you cry? And he says, because Benjamin hit me. I said, Benjamin hit you? I said, why? Did you do something to him? Mm-hmm. What did you do? What did you do? Oh, I shoved him down and he hit his head. Or he bonked his head. And I said, you can't do that. I said, you're very big. You're going to hurt someone. I said, why did you do that? And he said, because I had a truck and Benjamin was pulling the truck. Benjamin wanted the truck and he was pulling the truck out of my hands. So I told him, I said, you're big. Because he is. He's 3 years old. He's almost 3.5 feet. Right? Like he's like 3'5". And like, what, 42 pounds or something? Like, he's big for a 3-year-old. He's the size of a 5-year-old. And so I said, like, you can't do that. I said, so anyways, that day, I dad lectured him just about sharing and cooperating and blah, blah, blah. Today, when they're dropping me off, I said, okay, goodbye. You go have fun with your friends and you play nice. And he says, I'll share. I said, oh, that's a good boy. And he says, Benjamin wanted to take my truck. And I said, oh, and what happened? He says, I went and got an excavator. I'm like, good for you. Good for you. That's pretty mature for a 3-year-old, eh?
Yeah.
Like, I would say so. I'm good for him.
Especially since that lens that both of them can play together.
Well, yeah.
The excavator load the dump truck.
Right. Yeah. Like I thought that showed a lot of maturity. He's like, you know what? You want it? Fucking take it. You want it that bad? You fucking take it. Because I even explained to him, like, especially, I said, and it seems to be, I said, even if you're a little kid or even if you're a grown up, I said, if someone else has something, you want it. If you have something, someone's going to want it. And I said, sometimes, like, when it comes to toys, it doesn't matter. If you're playing with a toy, it's going to look like so much fun. Someone else is going to want it. Let them have it. You go play with something else. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Because he's big. I worry about him, like, because if he gave a little kid a shove, he could hurt them without trying. You know, there'd be like some, there could be a kid half his size who's the same age. We've seen that before. What the hell was her name? At the other daycare. I can't remember her name now, but she was just tiny. As I said, you guys got 3 days about to travel from where you guys are down the river to Greenfields. Anything you guys are going to do during those 3 days?
Just play with my drift globe and stay attentive to the shorelines of the river as we're going down.
Okay. As I said, you might see some like kind of damaged villages or somewhat abandoned villages. You guys might even spot a giant along the shore that notices you, might take throw a rock. Is there any type of what's it called, player agency that you guys want to add here anywhere? for the 3 days?
I'd like to lay on the deck.
If the goblins don't speak common, then Farah's gonna start teaching them using tongues to help out.
Okay. With the use of tongues, communication will be more quickly learned. So by the time the 3 days, by the time you guys get to Greenfields, we won't really worry about too much of a communication barrier anymore. You'll be able to communicate simple things because using tongues would be a good idea. And this guy is very talkative. And you don't know with tongues if it's like changing what he's saying into like really good like grammar and stuff, but he, you know, his enunciation and stuff like that using the tongues is really good. You know, when he casts tongues, he's not all like, "Yes, I'm a goblin," right? He's like, "Yes, I do indeed. I am a goblin," right? Like he has like,
yeah.
Do you remember Gremlins 2, where Spike was?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly, Michael. Yeah, exactly. So Gobbo hardly speaks. He does a lot of gestures, and this guy talks a lot. A lot.
One of them won't speak, and the other one will. Like
he's much skinnier. Much skinnier than Gobbo. And a little bit taller. But skinny. Like, any player agency you want to add, Kath, before we get to Greenfields?
Not particularly, just continue playing in my instrument, testing it out, see what I can do.
You love your instrument.
Yes. My new instrument. Might as well get to know how to use all 3 strings.
Just like a cigar box guitar. Perfect triad. Or you can tune it to a 5th.
Might as well play with a triad. I've already got a lute with more strings. Let's test this out.
Mm-hmm.
While we're going, I want to hear you try to play some stuff on your the conch.
That's an idea,
yeah. Say the final day.
Final day. Let's see how good I've become with this instrument. So, normal D20?
I have a question.
You okay?
You are attuned to this thing.
Yep.
Are you going to blow it with just the intent of blowing it? Or are you going to blow it with the intent of like, let's activate it?
I'd say let's activate it.
Okay.
Sure.
Are you going to blow?
Yes.
And you think, let's activate this magic item I'm attuned to.
Yes.
The attunement process let them know roughly what it can do. Kind of like the shard of the ice thing. I got an idea what it can do. Same thing with that. Although we're talking artifact status, so I can easily understand why it wouldn't. But
it's not so much the question as the timing of the question. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been asking for an hour if there's anything anyone is doing before we get to Greenfields. Now
possibly releasing a hell demon from the horn.
Now that she's attuned and she blows and she's decided to activate, and now you've asked that question.
More or less. Yeah. I just
Delayed.
think whether you blow it, it's going to summon every giant within 100-mile radius to you or something. Like, oh god, here they are. Maybe it acts like a Rada rulership, and they like, yes, we obey your summons. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it could be cool.
It does not. However,
it could be cool. Could be something bad.
When she blows it, it's so low and resonant. You feel it through the deck boards of the boat. And you become startled because it feels like you hit a sandbar. Like there's a jolt. Like you guys all come to a stop. But it's not that you come to a stop or that you come to a motion. There's a sense of vertigo. And a flash. And you all appear without the boat. The conch is still there. But you guys are in the center of a teleportation circle.
Oh shit! Where the fuck are we?
Oh damn! We're never gonna see our cart or horse again, are we?
This
What?
room you're in.
Where the fuck are we?
This room you're in a giant.
Is everybody present? Gobbo 1, Gobbo
Everybody.
2? Okay.
Everybody that was on the boat.
I would have asked Gobbo to his name while we were tongues.
You guys are in like this immense room. This room is carved out of stone. Correction, not stone, but coral.
Ooh.
Sedimentary stone of compressed coral.
Under the sea.
This room, although it's like, looks like it's a shaped room in a flat floor, clearly there's like this carved, massive teleportation circle. But the walls and the roof and everything are not like squared and perfect. Everything is very organic. And it has like a flow. And you could see that there are like massive 30-foot high openings, a couple openings that lead to immense hallways. There is a giant portcullis nearby. And that portcullis is covered in barnacles and bits of coral and seaweed. And beyond that portcullis, it must be magical, because that portcullis is somehow holding back a wall of water. Beyond that wall of water is blackness.
Are we under the sea?
It looks like it.
Oh,
blackness,
guys, I'm sorry.
and I say blackness, the only light is like bioluminescent jellyfish here and there, some glowing coral.
Yeah, we're underwater.
But
under the sea.
It looks like, and I'm talking.
Hey, my magic item was cloak of the manta ray, so I can breathe if we go out.
Now, I'm talking like a giant scale. Like I said, the doorway seemed to be like 30 feet high. The rune itself that you're on is like big across. I don't know dimensions exactly. The portcullis, it looks like you guys could just move through the gaps if you wanted to. Like it wouldn't keep you guys at bay. But you can kind of see like out into the blackness of the water. It looks like you're at the very bottom of a sinkhole. And again, this is a giant size sinkhole, so it's not just like 50 feet across. It's like wide in diameter. I don't know how wide or how deep exactly. I'll have to look, but it's black. Whether it's the time of day or the depth, you're not quite sure at this moment. But because of what bioluminescence there are, you can see that at the bottom of this pit, of this sinkhole, when you look out beyond this portcullis, you can see the hulking shapes of what appears to be like, well, you're not sure at first. One of them is kind of moving and you're like, what the hell? And there's some couple big moving things out there, but you can also see like sticking up like a ship mast. It looks like there's like wrecked ships at the bottom and things, big things slowly moving about them out in the blackness. You could even see like the bioluminescence near you. Looks like a big shark swims by. It's dry in this chamber, this air-filled chamber. But you hear, well, it's hard to miss. It's like a magical, like a pipe organ. Although the melody is alien, it's haunting, beautiful in a haunting way.
Can Garl get a sense of what direction the sound is coming, or does it appear?
No, yeah, you can. In fact, because like we're and because we did that, because we're here, we're not going to go too much longer today.
Okay.
Because you guys have teleported use the conch to where you needed to go, to the court of the Storm King of Hecaton, the Storm King.
Where we need to go is get our fucking wagon and horse. But okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. I was kind of laughing. There was just this empty boat just going. No, just empty boat. Ghost boat.
We have parking fines to get to, you know that?
And the thing is, like, Golden Fields was like probably just, you guys are like, you can see the fields, and like snow and stuff, but you can still tell fields. You can tell, oh yeah, we're clearly like, we'll be like approaching Golden Fields right away and clean up, have a hot meal and a bed, and see our horse and get our wagon and get our stuff. And the dragon, you're supposed to be meeting the dragon cultists there and drop the halfling off and a little bit of downtime, and then we'll.
And now the halfling's with us.
Yeah.
You think we can get back using the conch?
I don't know. Have a look at that teleportation circle. Maybe you can figure out how to activate it.
Me, I'm a bard, aren't you? The magic person?
I'm a cleric.
Yeah, more magic than me.
This is arcane magic, not divine, which is your expertise.
Duh. We're both tieflings here.
This map is quite involved. So, I think we're going to do it my way when we get into this. But I'm pretty much going to do it like there's a way towards the music and then another way to go. Will pretty much be the way that we will do it. But so to answer your question in a long way, Charles, yes, you can tell that it's coming. Although it like reverberates everywhere, you can tell that it goes. The music's that way, and then you could go that way, or you could go through the portacleus if you wanted to out into the water, which wouldn't.
Okay. It was just for the sense of trying to figure out where it's coming from. So there is the possibility. It's just like you say, reverberating around. So it would take Garl some time to try to cipher which way he thinks it should go.
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure, but I sent a picture of something to the messenger group. It's like, I don't know what it is, what view. It's not a map. It's just to give you guys an idea. I don't know of its whole thing or what. I honestly don't even know.
Oh, okay.
It's just the first picture in the chapter.
Yeah. It looks like a sunken ship out there on the bottom of the ocean. What light coming from the top side is really filtered heavily.
Because the name of this place is Maelstrom, and we may as well more or less just call her quits right there.
Okay.
But I still have a little bit to like kind of say that like if you were to like not exactly game relevant, but kind of if you were to approach it, because this thing talks about different approaches, right? You could use the conch. You could also find out where it is and travel here by ship if you wanted to.
Yeah.
There is that way even. But if you travel by ship, it's Maelstrom is what this place is called, and there's a giant whirlpool. That whirlpool drags ships down to the bottom of that sinkhole, and they get smashed or whatever. And then there's massive giant crabs. Not the giant crab from the monster manual, but like they're called hulking crabs. They're like size of a house. They pick through them.
Like the one in White Point Mountain.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. And it, picking through the remains and looking for treasure and blah, blah, blah. And so, and around the sinkhole is like 4 towers. So think of this castle. It's a castle, but it's buried into the reef. If the castle had like the typical 4-towered castle, it's just the tops of the towers are sticking out of the reef. Right? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of underground, but it's the same as like the castle all faces the interior of the castle all faces the sinkhole.
Well, maybe I'm gonna find out why I keep seeing a different god than mine whenever I'm near death.
I was just gonna say, it's not that you're seeing this place, Ryan. Now that you actually mention it, you have a sense of deja vu. That storm, and if you remember, I even described it as you being caught. In fact, I even used the word "you're caught in the maelstrom." I used the word. You felt like you were trapped in the whirlpool. You felt like you were the whirlpool during the storm.
Yeah.
You very much have a sense of like, I am here.
I've been here before. Well, not here, but
well, in a way, like this is the eye of the storm. This is where, you feel it. You can just
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
it. You feel it in the magnetic field in the sedimentary stone that makes up this massive complex, and this eerie pipe organ music.
That's. I mean, this is me. This is where I am. Like, I'm like my domain is Tempest. Like, I am the.
This is where the trouble lies.
I am the eye of the storm. This is. Yeah.
This is where the trouble dwells. And as we were talking before, in like D&D canon, and when it comes to the gods, it's literally, you worship a storm god, anything to do with storms, your god knows about it.
Yeah.
You know, even if you call your dog Lightning.
Yeah.
Anything within miles around your dog, your god is aware of.
So I know what happens in every tavern in the realm.
Your god does. Anywhere that people are boozing it up, anything doing with booze, whether that be just a barley field.
So every storm sorcerer has the storm gods watching them. Then.
No, I don't know. No, you'd have to read Sorcerer. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. No, I know what you mean now. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. They do, right? It's just, and that's why the domain. That's why domains matter.
Yeah.
Because anything to do with that domain, right? Like, and like being a god is crazy because like it basically is levels of god. So if you're like, like the demigod, the lesser deity, and the greater deities, like if like you could go like, I'm a god, you're a god, I'm a higher level god than you, I don't like you, guess what, I'm just gonna kill all your followers right now. But that's why gods make pacts, because then you have a pact with a higher level god who goes, no, you can't do it to my friend, and just I bring him back alive instantaneously. It's all just, you're just negating each other out constantly.
That must be painful for a person who dies.
Well, you don't even notice as immortal because the gods are just negating each other out. It's just higher level gods. If you're a god, you can do whatever you want, but higher level gods are basically cock blocking you. And you just make deals with other gods to make sure you don't get cock blocked. And then the thing is, and then it's always the gods of like law and justice are always major deities because they're a major issue, right? They supersede even forests or war, right? You're gonna need justice, and so it's those gods who are like, no, it's like, fuck all y'all, we'll just put it all straight at the end of the day. Like it's all a big game of negation. It's weird, but it's true. Like that's why gods don't do all the things that they could do, because there's no point, because there's just other gods just stopping them from doing it. So yeah, your storm god knows everything about storms. References to storms. Anything to do with storms. If there was like a picture of a storm. And it was very specific in the rules before. It was like, if you're a 6th level deity, I think it's within 6 miles, right? Anything storm related, 6 mile radius. Your god just knows of it, can see it, can hear it, whatever. They just know of it. So you can see why some gods are more powerful than others, right? Like,
some god hates teetotalers.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'd be like, Well, yeah.
Grape juice.
Well, and think about it. Think about it from a D&D point of view. If you never imbibed alcohol, that god literally would never have any. You would never be touched by that god, right? Like alcohol is literal. Like it would be literally part of the god, right? Anything to do with alcohol is divine to your god. So if you never imbibe of that divinity, you're like literally have rejected that. You'd have to be doing something else. You'd have to be like a barley. Maybe you don't drink, but you're a barley farmer who supplies to the brewery, right? Maybe you would be.
Like, are there gods of different types of alcohol though? Like, is there like a god of ale and a god of meat?
They would probably be either lesser deities or even demigods. They would definitely not be the major power. Because Bacchus is more than that too, isn't he? Like jubilation and partying and everything, right? Like revelry and celebration and right? Isn't he like everything, Michael?
Yeah. He's
just
partying.
alcohol.
Yeah, he's partying.
Yeah.
So like loud music, behavior, fucking fornicating, drinking.
Yeah.
Frat parties.
Honestly, like for some of the campaign, I was thinking like this weird, complicated storm deity that I found online for the Forgotten Realms, but fuck it, all of the pantheon, our pantheons are in D&D as well. So my god is Thor, because why the fuck not?
Right. Thor would just be like lesser deity probably here. He wouldn't be like widely as worshipped.
Yeah.
But yeah, he certainly is around. Yeah, he certainly is around.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I know like as far as I've ever played, when I first started playing, we've always allowed, and I think it has to do with the old deities and demigods. We just allowed everything. Right? Because they've always said that. All pantheons are worshipped in D&D. May not be widely worshipped, but they are. I got no problem with Thor himself. Yeah, well, it's hard to pick because like Tempest not Tempest, what's his name? Talos and Umber Lee, like they're all evil, all the storm gods in Forgotten Realms.
Maybe Thor will lend me his hammer for the final battle.
Maybe.
Even though Thor's hammer is probably the hammer of Thunderbolts, which would be pretty much useless against a storm giant if it's a storm giant as final boss.
Right, but you could see why your god would have an interest in it, right?
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, this is an issue with giants and storm giants are on top. It's an issue with storm giants. Your god clearly has an interest in this. Because storm giants would fall under his pantheon.
Yeah.
And there's trouble with the storm giants. Thus, there's trouble with his pantheon.
I'm probably not going to be very useful in the final battle. I'll try my best, but a lot of my spells are thunder or lightning based, and if it's only going to be storm thing,
and Nicodemus, I've tried to.
Very useful.
And Nicodemus, I tried with you. I have to admit, not as strongly because the people who have more experience, I don't worry about so much because I know that they're filling in gaps in their own head. But I was doing it with Alex about how like the food crisis, right, for the druid. Same thing with you, right? I was trying like if Golden Fields is in jeopardy, their Golden Gulp was in jeopardy. Their barley fields, which go everywhere to breweries, were in jeopardy, right? Like I was trying to push that a little bit with you as well. Maybe not as much as with Ryan and stuff, but it does. It still falls under your god's pantheon, in my opinion. Like Bacchus would be concerned by this. All gods would be concerned by this, or most of them. Any good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, Hank, the fact that the known god is called God, but a god that says God's got his name, like, he would technically fall under his domain as well.
Well, just the fact that he's a gnome alone.
Yeah.
There we go. We got the map. So I can share it next.
Oh, I could have gave you the actual map too.
Oh, so we're in room 1?
No, you guys are actually number 2.
Number 2? Oh. Okay. Well, let me put the little
area 2.
The little bebop there.
All right, that's the area 2 now.
So do you see what I mean? Like, it's kind of there's no way I could, unless you guys told me, okay, we go to area this, area that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only, but, I mean, we can do that, I guess, but you see, it's a pretty complicated map. The air-filled areas are the purple shaded, and then you can see where there's the water-filled sections, which are blue.
Okay. Huh. Oh shit. Is water breathing on the cleric spell list?
Yes.
And I'll say it again. Outside into the water, it's black. And again, you guys don't know this exactly. You guys are 3,000 feet down.
Shit. I bet that conch will take us back out. It's gotta.
I mean, it teleported us here. We'd have to figure it out because we don't know how we got here. Actually, she came here, so there may not be a way out that way. There's a magic circle there, though, so it must connect somewhere else.
Well, you activate the conch, it teleports you here to the circle. They're connected to the conch, the circle.
He's got a point. It may not. I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
Like, it takes us back to where we came from, but our boat's already floated downstream, and so we just like flop up in the middle of the water in the river and just have to shore. Something like that. I can see that.
Yeah. I'm really glad that this cloak of the manta ray gives me a strong speed. Otherwise, that'd be kind of fucked if we ended up in the sea.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that none of us are like not fucked. I mean, granted, you and the full plate would probably be worse, but
I think he's in mithril though, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and they don't even do that. I've said that before, that if it has like a stealth disadvantage, you should have a disadvantage for like athletic swim.
It should.
Because I mean,
should.
There's no penalty for being in like full plate and swimming.
That's one of those things I would I'd house roll, home roll, DM overroll.
Well, it's such a tiny rule. I would have no problem doing it either.
Yeah, you sink like a stone. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're in full plate armor.
Yeah.
I'd say like unless you have a swim speed, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, you had a swim speed. You could.
Underwater combat is very simple. If you have a swim speed, it negates a lot of your penalties.
If you don't, you have disadvantage.
Unless you're using certain, basically piercing thrusting weapons like spears, javelins, crossbows. Ranged weapons like crossbows are only good for their normal range. Beyond that, they don't even work. You just
no long range.
Yeah.
I think you still have disadvantage on a crossbow.
Yeah, you do. You still have disadvantage, yeah.
It's just no long range.
Yeah.
I think thrown daggers ought not to work either.
No, it doesn't. They're not on the list. It tells you exactly what kind of weapons, and it's basically things like spears, like things you can poke, right?
Yeah, poking penguin is okay.
Yeah. Like a rapier might be on there. I don't know.
Short
I don't remember. I looked at it quickly, but just in case it came up. But Yeah. It's like I said, we'll pretty much we call her there for the week, and then next week we could get into where you guys are, what you're gonna do, because you guys like didn't do anything for like 3 days. You guys are at least fully rested.
Yeah. Long rest in here. I'm changing my
the
spell.
halfling has dropped his jaw. Like he just is. His mouth is just agape at like the sight, because everything it's
Yeah, he's a shepherd.
It's not dark in here. It's dimly lit. It
is not on the cleric spell list. It is druid, ranger, sorcerer, or wizard.
Yeah, clerics have water walking or walk on water or whatever.
No water breathing.
Well, all right.
I hope that wasn't too boring today. But
we'll have to teleport out there.
Oh, that was fun.
There's a lot of details sometimes I have to like.
Yeah, I feel like I messed up in transporting us already.
Oh. I don't know if you messed up. It's just kind of funny because like you guys are just gonna get some downtime.
If this was a comedy series, that'll be one of the comedy gold parts.
Well, that is part of like. It's like, oh, there you go. Well, we'll be at Golden Fields right away, and then.
Does the horn do anything else?
Sea. What's that? Pardon me, Ryan?
Does the horn do anything else?
Nope.
Just thinking, does it only transport you one way? I mean, it can. I mean, the boat's just, well, the boat option is one way.
Yeah, but unless there's a boat at the top of the 3,000-foot maelstrom, what are we going to do?
Well,
it's not like we can get out. Like
a lot of this we don't know unless we try.
Fair enough. Maybe we could just grind out some levels by fighting crabs until I hit 12th level, and then I can word to recall us out.
That's going to take a lot of grinding.
Yeah.
Or we just do a favor for somebody down here that gets us out.
Yep.
I mean, this is a storm giant.
And
I would think, what's up with him, right?
And I would think that they must have like a conch or something so they can get around.
Hang on, a conch takes you where you want to go. It's not like tied to a specific space.
Well, it took us to a teleportation circle.
I think it takes us here.
No, I'm thinking it's not like it's tied to a conch will only take you here. As in, if you blow and you're thinking, I want to be on a flying castle, it will take you there. That kind of idea.
That would be cool.
So theoretically, I could blow this again and we could go back to Golden Fields.
Well, I mean, were you thinking of here when you blew it?
No. Nah, there goes the fairy.
Yeah. There again.
Someone can roll an Arcana.
Sure.
Intelligence Arcana.
-1, but I'll roll it.
Let's let somebody else do that.
I don't think anyone has.
I mean, I got a +1 intelligence, but Silence has at least, her +2 bardic knowledge.
Intelligence? I have a +0.
Yeah, but you at least get your jack.
I don't have Arcana either, so I'd be the worst.
Which is what, a +2, which is higher than anybody's. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Roll me an Arcana.
It's a D20, isn't it? Plus jack.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, we got all the time under the sea.
Under the sea. No,
This
it's 10.
Yeah,
We
you're
will be
not.
born under the storm.
You don't know.
Little hideaway.
You know you blew it and it teleported you here.
Yeah.
And you are like on a teleportation circle.
Man, I just say fuck it, try it again. What's the worst thing that can happen? We're already here. Fucking wind that bitch again, you know?
Yeah, Catherine will pour and then she'll end up back on the circle, okay? So she'll move 10 feet.
And then if she pulls it up to her lips, I'm going to slowly back away. Oh, I'm just joking. I mean, you know, really, what's the
Okay.
worst that can happen?
I mean-
Another D20.
We
Is that with
might be able to
charisma?
trigger the teleportation circle if we can feed enough magic into it. But I have no idea where else it would take us if we do that.
Hopefully not the bottom of a volcano.
Oh, and it says that this room is like covered, like the walls are covered with like glowing lichen and starfish and bits of seaweed, and so it is very damp and the walls are wet, but it's air filled.
Yeah, it is.
At least we're not going to suffocate.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm just humming the tune of Octopus's Garden.
So you
you
so
blow it and
force-
nothing happens.
Dang it, one way.
That's a bit of a big achievement slot though. Like
Oh,
there's a
and
tune to it.
you even hear a powerful voice singing along with the pipe organ. Although like a voice is massive and low pitched and booming, it still has like a feminine timbre to it.
Remind me why we wanted to come here.
Hello.
And
not sure, but we're here, so let's find out what's up.
Yeah, and that goes where the music is coming from goes up a spiral staircase, and then I think there's a couple more ways out of this room. I don't know, but the music is coming from the spiral staircase. If you can see that.
All right, that's where we're going. Why?
You guys want to go to the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
All right, let me.
Well, we'll prepare. We'll do that next time.
Okay. I was gonna say, let me put the map.
Yeah,
back
you can
up.
put. Well, you can. No, you don't have to worry about it. No. But I just that's kind of good. It gives me an idea which way you want to go.
Yeah.
Towards the music.
Yeah.
We may as well ask for help at this point, right?
Because I think you can go towards the music or another direction or out the portcullis. I think.
Yeah.
That's from like what I kind of got from the description I read. Like I said, I wish that they would write them with the intention that you're not looking at a map.
Hey, I found the wiki on Maelstrom Fortress.
Oh, there you go.
Hecaton. Owner Hecaton says something. The trackless sea. I don't know where the trackless sea is. I know where the sword.
It's all the same sea. It honestly is.
Okay.
I don't understand that quite exactly, but like the sword sea, the trackless sea, the sea of moving ice, it's all the same.
Okay.
I think it's just how far north you go or how far west.
Okay.
But yeah, there's on the map, there's the spiral staircase, and there's 1, 2, 3 other avenues that you could.
Oh, 3 other? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, inhabitants.
Oh. Yeah, because we can because now that we're here, in fact, I should do that.
They don't have a map. They don't have a map in this Wikipedia thing. Mind Flayer. Oh, more Forgotten Realms. Wiki. Mind Flayer. Get Yankee. Yeah. Fandom 5 signups for Star Wars trivia. On a map. Add map, search, images, boom. Yeah, there it is. Hey, there's even one with a slight little thing over to the side of it. Chapter 10, Hold of the Storm Giant. There, I'm sending a picture of the map to the thing.
All right. Boom. There we go. We stopped
got it.
there. You should be
Got a
able
little
to,
thing like,
you should be able to share it.
I think I just did. I shared it to the. Well, I shared it to the messenger group, not necessarily.
Okay.
Probably could share it to this too, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. How do I do that?
Hit share screen.
Oh, okay. Pull that up. Share content. Share screen. Photos.
Yeah, wherever it is.
Where's the photo? There's the photo. Boom. Done. You see it?
Yep.
I got a little marker thing. Look, I got. Woo!
Yep.
It's changed the color. Holy shit! Look at this.
What's this in Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yellow. All right.
Yeah. Well, Charles said it works really good for like laser pointer and.
He zoomed it.
Highlighter, color, eraser.
Yeah.
Look, I erased all that shit I just drew on it.
Yep.
10.
I have to admit, if I could see, it'd be handy as fuck. Like,
It's convenient. It's convenient. It's not
it sounds convenient.
for our uses. It's not extremely robust, but it's more than adequate.
Oh, really? What more do you need? You don't need like a whole lot. Just basically go here. I'm over here. Now move over here and be able to get rid of all that shit. Yeah.
I want to blow it up. How do I blow it up so I can draw smaller on it?
There should be up at the top plus and minus. The zoom it actually says it should say zoom.
No, I'm not seeing it at
Where you
least.
can click on it and then it will slide. At least on the on my desktop, it has that.
Maybe you got a finger pinch.
I don't know what you're using. If you're using your phone.
Yeah, phone. I'm trying finger pinch. It's not working.
Oh, okay.
I'm not seeing anything that says, like increase or not.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna head off, guys. See you next week.
Okay,
Bye.
now I've finger pinched. Okay, finger pinched. Now, I'm still just moving it around. Okay. Now I put up that, and oh look, I can draw little things on it.
And it you should have stamp things and kind of like
Highlighter, pen, spotlight, change of
Yep.
color, and eraser.
Spotlight's the one I use quite a bit.
Okay, so I got to take it and blow it up real big like that. And then I got to hit the draw on it and go pen, change the color to red, and I can go hi in the water in room 2. Can y'all see that as I'm drawing on it? Okay.
They should be able to.
Yep. They have that. I don't know if on your phone, if you can see the stamp option, which gives you different
No, I don't have a option.
different feature like heart and like that, like the tokens, throw up tokens I use for us.
Yeah.
For a while.
Nope. I got spotlight, pen, highlighter, color, and eraser.
Okay. They got the bare minimum on that.
Yeah.
And that's
Sure.
probably just because of the phone app, maybe.
Yeah, it probably has something to do with it. All right, I erased everything. I go back to pen, color. Let's make it blue. I want to draw the purple. I can't see that very well.
I can see it.
Okay, let me stop all that. Blow it back down. Blow it back down. Real small. Now do that. Pen. And go like, what's up? What's up? Find out how to do something new every day. And here's the thing, though: as I blew it back down, the writing didn't go down with it. It just
it stays the same.
Yeah.
With the
different layer.
With the desktop options that I'm using,
Yeah,
which are more robust, you can there's a select, and you can activate the select, and then you can select whatever you drew, and then like in a vector program, you can expand it or shrink it right on the screen in real time.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying on your with the app that you're using on the phone, not having all of them, all those
Options. It's not as good. I mean, it's a phone. What do you want, right?
That's what I'm saying, because all those options take memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just adding different layers, eh? So to manipulate each layer. Yeah, that gets
But all in all, they're very. It's a useful program, useful tools.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. Let me stop recording this.
Yes, like I said, it's just